Watch this before you book your ticket to Phuket. I lived on this dreamy island for 10 days as a remote entrepreneur to show you the reality. I'm breaking down exactly where to stay, the best gyms and co-workings in that area, what to do, and the real cost of living. And by the end of this video, you have the answer to the question, is Phuket a big tourist trap or is it worth it? When we go to a new destination, always start with the same question. Where do I stay? So let's take a look at Phuket on the map. And to be fair, Phuket is quite a big island, and I'll walk you through it. I base myself in Rawai. That is right here. Rawai is a calmer place to stay, still right at the water, and it even has a really nice co-working spot that I will dive into later in this video. There isn't much nightlife there, but you do have good access to all kinds of smaller boat trips. It's a great option if you want to stay out of the busy area, but still enjoy the island vibes at the water. But if I would go back next time to Phuket, I probably book a place in Kata, right here. Kata is just a bit more vibrant than Rawai, and it has this amazing beach where you can just chill, read, surf, play in the water, or even get some work done with some fresh fruit. And it's also closer to some viewpoints that we will cover in a minute. Kata has more shops, more restaurants, just more everything compared to Rawai, in easy reach as well. But it's also a bit busier and a little more touristy. Now, if you're up for a less chill, more party-oriented stay, then go to Patong, right here. It's known as the party district, so if that's what you're searching for, go wild. But for me, that's not the way to go. One place that I do not recommend staying in is Old Town Phuket. It's super crowded and it's at least 45 minutes away from everything, as you can see on the map as well. The upside is it is super cheap. And if you want to make it even more broad, here's a quick overview. All the nice beaches are on the west coast and the south of the island. The north and east of the islands are mostly harbors. Those places are not the best places to stay, to be honest. Okay, so now that you have an idea where to stay, let's talk about work. Because if you go to Phuket as a remote entrepreneur, someone who works remote in general, you need a place where you can actually get stuff done. In Rawai, I worked from a co-working place called Let's Work. They have two memberships, one with unlimited coffee and 24 hours access, one with 1 coffee a day and access until midnight. The staff is super friendly, and to be fair, one time I did have a call past 1 and I had the cheaper option, so they gave me the keys to stay longer after midnight. It was just an exception, but then I accidentally locked someone in who did not have the key. Stuff happens. It is possible to make some mistakes there. Overall, like I said, the staff is really nice. They also organize quite some community events. So Let's Work in Rawai was my co-working. There are some other co-workings, but since I only was there for 10 days, I just stuck with this one. Now let's talk about the best gyms, because working out is part of the lifestyle as well. There are lots and lots of Muay Thai gyms all over the island. There's even one street completely focused on gyms. But I was not focused on Muay Thai, I was just focused on some normal weightlifting. In Rawai, I checked out 2 places. Harn gym. This is a bigger gym with everything you need for a good workout, but it's also more expensive. 53 euros for 1 week, roughly 100 euros for a whole month, so 93 euros. There are no recovery areas, no sauna, no ice bath, no pool, so that is something to consider. Even though the equipment is decent and you can really get a good workout in my opinion, it's a little bit overpriced. The second gym that I went to is FX Fitness. They have 2 facilities, a newer one and an older one right next to each other. I trained at the newer one. It's decent for the essentials. You can get a good workout in, but it's really small. If 6 people were in that gym, the gym is crowded. The big upside, the price is really good. 13 euros for a week, 26 euros for a month. There are other gyms on the island as well, but these were the 2 that were close to me in Rawai, so I stuck with those since the lack of time. So what else is there to do on the island? Here is what I actually got up to. Promthep Cape It's a beautiful place to watch the sunset with a nice ocean view. And you have Karon Viewpoint, an amazing spot where you have a view of 3 beaches or like small bays next to each other. Near Karon Viewpoint, you can also see the Big Buddha from a distance. Unfortunately, when I was in Phuket, the Big Buddha was closed for maintenance, so I wasn't able to visit. I only saw it from a distance at Karon Viewpoint. Both the Big Buddha and Karon Viewpoint are really close to Kata. Then you also have Phuket night market in Old Town. To be fair, the Sunday version of the night market in Old Town is extremely crowded. And if you've been to a night market in Bangkok, this is peanuts. But if you do want to go, which I recommend since you're there already, go a little bit earlier, so it starts around 4, or go later in the evening when it's almost closing, so between 10 and 11. Old Town Phuket in general is really nice to see during the day because it has some really beautiful colorful buildings. So if you hit the night market on a Sunday and want to see the Old Town of Phuket just for a quick stroll, I would recommend arriving around 3, walk around a little bit, see the night market at 4 when it starts, and then leave before it gets busy. And one of the things that I highly recommend doing if you're in Phuket is a organized boat trip. I booked mine through Get Your Guide, and I visited several islands, including the Phi Phi Islands, Bamboo Island. We sailed past Mosquito Island, and in one of the Phi Phi Islands I saw the famous Maya Bay from the 2000 movie, The Beach. Yes, a trip like this is extremely touristy, but it's also extremely beautiful and worthwhile to see. In the trip that I booked, we also did some snorkeling, saw some amazing corals, nice fish. Since the last time that I snorkeled in Bali, I really love it. And now in Phuket, it was amazing to do it again. Things I didn't do, but you might want to do if I go back to Phuket: Freedom Beach, a steep hike down, or a short boat ride that you need to take to get there. It's a stunning beach that's usually a little less crowded because it's a little bit harder to get there. I did not go to Patong, the party area, with the famous Bangla Road. So yeah, if you want to party, go to Bangla Road. That's the place. I also did not go to the elephant sanctuary on Phuket since I went to a similar kind of sanctuary. Maybe it was a bit smaller, probably Koh Phangan. So that's why I did not necessarily felt the need to go to that one. Now I'm in Chiang Mai. I know they have one here as well. Maybe I go to that one since it's bigger. But in Phuket, I honestly did not feel the need to go. What I would love to do if and when I go back to Phuket is some smaller boat trips from Rawai that you can just book through an agency or the people on the side of the street to do some more snorkeling. Like I said, it's beautiful to snorkel in places like Phuket or any other of the Thai islands. Now, let's talk numbers. What are the real costs in a touristy place like this? For the accommodation, for 10 days, I paid roughly 400 euros. If you would rent a small apartment in the area of Rawai for a whole month, you can do it roughly for 1,000 euros to 1,200 euros a month. I personally always use Airbnb, but if you just want a hotel stay, you can also use Booking.com, Agoda, or whatever you like. When it comes to food, you spend around 10 to 30 euros a day, depending on where you eat and what you eat. If you eat Thai food, of course it's cheaper, and if you eat meat, it's always more expensive since they need to import lots of it. And of course all the nicer cafes cost more as well. Gyms, well, they can go to a wide range from 25 euros to even 100 euros. It also depends if you take one-on-one Muay Thai classes or anything like that. Transport, I usually used Bolt. Normally I used Grab in Bali or Vietnam, but I came to find out that Bolt is actually cheaper in Thailand. A ride can cost you between 2 euros or 10 euros, depending on how long it is. And if you were renting a bike, it would probably cost you between 350 or 4 euros a day for renting a bike. Then if you're in Thailand, I would really recommend you to do a massage because Thai massages are really good. I personally like the massage in Thailand better than I do in Bali, and they're not that expensive. They're like 10 to 20 euros for a good massage. And I'm not talking about a happy ending massage, I'm talking about a normal, proper massage. And then the touristy activities, like the get your guide trips or the ones that you book on the street or with small agencies, they're roughly between 25 to 50 euros a person. You can also make it a bit more expensive with 80 euros a person, depending on what you want to do and how luxurious you want to go. So for 10 days on the island, with everything that I did there, it cost me roughly 750 euros. If you would live there for a full month, it would probably cost you around 2k. But now, is Phuket worth it or just a tourist trap? Honestly, I really liked it and I would love to go back for a whole month. The nature is stunning and I genuinely had some really nice experiences. But here's the important part. If you never visited a Thai island before, I think Phuket is also a really good one. My first island that I visited was Koh Phangan. I did not necessarily love it. I enjoyed my stay there, but I did not love it. And I think if I visited Phuket first and then maybe Koh Phangan, I would have loved Koh Phangan way more. So Phuket is an excellent choice for visiting. If you already visited quite some islands in Thailand, maybe you don't necessarily need to see it, but still, I recommend it. It was beautiful to be there. For more travel guides and entrepreneurial insights from my journey as a nomad entrepreneur building my business while traveling the world, I would say hit the subscribe button, since there are many more places to visit and many more lessons to learn while doing so. And that's everything you will find on this channel. And if you like this video, I would also recommend you this video right here. I think you love this video right here, so I literally really would recommend it. Click here. Then, as always, visionaries, take action, and I see you in the next one. Ciao!